You will never cease to grow. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. They know enough who know how to learn. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. They cannot stop me. I will get my education if it is in the home, school, or any place. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Education is the ability to meet life situations. Learning starts with failure. The first failure is the beginning of education. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned.
Good evening, everybody. Could you please confirm if I'm audible? Please put a yes in the chat. Okay, thank you. Good evening once again. Thank you all for registering and attending this International Online Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education and application of generative AI in teaching and research, organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, the IQAC of Carmel College Autonomous Mala, Thrissur in association with the Collegiate Education Department, Government of Kerala. Today, we would like to welcome the resource persons, Dr. Kamal Shah, Principal, St. John College of Engineering and Management, SJCEM, Palghar, Maharashtra, and also Dr. Mendes Jacob, Professor and Director, MCM, Marine College, Kutikana Autonomous, MD, and CEO, IPSR Solutions Limited. Now, and also we would like to welcome all the FDP participants of attending today. Now, about this FDP, this is a one-week FDP program with live sessions from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we are actually on the 5th day of the FTP. Now, fee for the LMS access and processing of certificate is rupees 400. All the participants who have paid the processing fee will receive the LMS access, the video recording for all the days, and the provision to download your FTP completion certificate. The procedure for receiving the certificate will be informed to you towards the end of the FTP. Now, if any of you are yet to make the payment, you can make the payment of rupees 400 to the account details that I've already given in the chat. If you are unable to attend any of the live sessions, the recording will be available in the LMS. Now, we have shared LMS access details through email to those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp till yesterday. Those who have shared the payment proof today in WhatsApp will receive the LMS access detail mail later in the day or by tomorrow. Now, if you have any trouble in attending the WebEx online session, you can also join with the YouTube live streaming that is available with the link that I've already put in the chat. Now, my name is Sujin Jacob George. I'm working as Global Relations Manager with IPSR Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, coming on to today's FTP session, the first technical session will be on outcome-based academic research. This is going to be delivered by Dr. Kamal Shah, ME, PhD, Postdoc Contact Computing, and she's the Principal of St. John College of Engineering and Management, SJCEM, Palghar, Maharashtra. Dr. Kamal Shah is the Principal in charge of St. John College of Engineering and Management. She is the trainer for AICT, ACTIL program, and other faculty development programs. She has trained more than 4,000 faculty till date on OBAR, NEP 2020, blockchain technology, and quantum computing. She has over 25 years of experience and also the recipient of 20 Pragmatic Women of India Award. Over to you, ma'am.
Sir. So I welcome all the participants for the outcome-based academic research model, learning on the same. And if possible, like along with me, whatever subject you are going to teach now, you can correlate that particular content with your subject. So let us start by sharing the PPT. PPTs are visible.
Yes, it is. Can proceed.
Thank you. So today, like for 1.5 hours, what we want to learn is outcome-based academic research model, which will be a kind of a tool. Any subject, any stream, whichever stream you are a faculty of, you can apply this tool. So it's a framework basically. So anybody and everybody can apply this framework as per their requirement. So let us understand that what is this particular model about. Now, why this kind of training is important. So let us understand that which way this training is going to help all of us as a faculty member. So on the screen, are you able to see some picture? What that picture is telling us? What is that picture about? It's telling some story to us. What is that story? That Arjun is, there are lots of students, I would say, Kaurava and Pandavas, and then everybody was given a particular training of archery by a guru, Dronacharya. And one day this was a field test. Nowadays, under NEP 2020, we are promoting that there should be a experiential learning for the student. But our Indian knowledge system is totally on the experiential learning. So they were taken in the field, and then we know the story that rest of them, because they were not focused, they couldn't hit the target, but Arjun can hit the target. Now, this is a part of the teaching learning process, that how the student should focus, which way examinations should be taken for the given subject. How this thing help Arjuna in the lifelong learning, because how to focus, how to hit the target was taught to him, and he practiced this particular. The knowledge dissipated by Guru Dronacharya was same to all the students, but what is the difference? Arjun practiced that particular thing more than any other student, and because of that he got success. And when he grew up, during that Swayamvar, he was the only one who can face that challenge. And then what is the result? We all know that he got married to Draupadi. So what is the, I would say, why I am telling this story, which we all know from Mahabharata time? Because that if you take training properly and if you practice that particular content, what we learn during 1 hour, 1.5 hours, if we practice this thing during our semester or regular yearly teaching learning process, definitely we will achieve those targets or goal. So this is something where I want to tell everyone, those who are on the online mode, that learn today and practice this particular model continuously in your academics, and even you can share with your friends. So, how this particular seminar is going to flow? Initially, we will understand the implementation of outcome-based academic research model, like how the model is, what is a framework, which way slight modification in our mindset will help us to achieve OBAR from OBE, outcome-based education. From that, delta variation, and you will get outcome-based academic research. Then we will design that for some subject. If you can unmute and tell me your subject, we will take example of your subject. Otherwise, I have few subjects where people have implemented the model. I will share those PPTs and those results with you. And then we will see that how you can cherish the outcome of this model. So let us start that as a teachers or a faculty member of any academic institute, the core purpose of our existence, I would say, as a faculty, is that we are in the teaching learning process. Till now, we are trained like as a faculty that we will teach in a class by using different pedagogies: chalkboard, PPT, YouTube, MOOC, some activity in a class. We teach in a class and student has to learn, and then at the end of the semester we take exam and we evaluate that how much they have understood or grasped from our teaching. And then we take semester is over and we take the new subject and the journey goes on. So this is the normal process in any faculty. Like usually any faculty in academia, they do this activity. So when the semester starts, like now in the summer vacation, after summer vacation, your new semester will start. Or if you are in the yearly pattern, the new year will start. So at that time, your HOD or your head of the department or somebody like your academic coordinator, dean academics, some authority will assign the subjects to you that in this semester you are going to teach this particular subject. Okay. So we select, normally they take subject choice and they assign one subject of our choice. As soon as we get the subject, faculty member have two choices. Like if we are a university governed or university affiliated college, then university give us a syllabus and we have to teach that syllabus. We usually find out that university syllabus, if not updated, there are some gaps. And then we talk to various industry people, or some we check on the IITs, NIT, some foreign universities, that this subject what content they are teaching. And if there are some gaps, we identify the gap and we prepare material for the given syllabus, and we prepare for the out of extra content, like out of the syllabus what we are teaching. And NBA NEC committee, when they come, they ask about content beyond syllabus, what do you do for your students? Then we produce those content to them. If we are autonomous college, we do the same process, but then we modify the syllabus and we incorporate those gaps into our syllabus. And then every year we have a liberty to change the content of the syllabus and we complete our teaching learning process. So this is a normal faculty perspective in the academic institutions. On the other side, what students are doing, as a life cycle of the student, they enter into the college, they learn theory, perform some experiments, some assignments, we arrange a few expert lectures for them, or might be sometimes we take them to industrial visit where they observe the real time performance. Then they do some small projects, capstone project, or might be a final year project they are doing. And then we prepare them for placements or higher studies, or if they are interested in startup, we give them some kind of input. So this is the student life cycle in our academic institutions. So when we say this is our routine, like life is going on smoothly, but nowadays if you observe last few years, government has become very, I would say, aggressive in innovation. Like we also want to make our mark, that through Make in India, Made in India, lots of government initiatives are there where they are emphasizing on innovation, that the teacher should do very good quality of research. Then students should be innovative. We should inculcate that thought process into the students, by which they become a better graduates from our institute. So because government want that, they have started, like it's a top down approach. So when government started all those initiatives, they started with innovation challenge, smart India hackathon, and everything for student community, so that they become more innovative and creative. same time, to handle such quality of the student, we as a faculty member also have to gear up. So that research content they have started in our promotions, like when faculty member wants a promotion or in yearly increment, many of the institutions are asking that, do you have a very good quality of patent? Do you throughout the year, do you work on any research paper? Do you have any publications in your hand? For our associate professor and professor type of the promotions, now the government has made compulsory that a particular amount of research is there, then and then promotions can be given to the faculty. So we know all these rules have come recently, and that research component become, I would say, more important, or it has taken the front seat in all academic institutions. So we are actually not trained for doing research, but we are like now put into that particular environment where we are also thinking that we can do a quality research for our sustainability into the profession. So when we ask students and faculty and all that, what do you feel, what is a research like, then they will say कि doing PhD, publication, applying in some grant or winner in some competitions like SIH is a research for them. Okay. But when we ask institutions, like head of the institutions or the governing body of your institution, they say कि okay, fine, you do all those things, but we want NIRF ranking, we want to implement NEP 2020 successfully, we want to get NBA for all the department, NEC we want to get a very good score, and slowly they want to become autonomous, they want to become university. So these are the perspective of your management, I would say, or your higher authorities. Whereas faculty, we have a perspective of research in a, I would say, lower level, and they have some expectation on the higher level. So when we observe these two things, what is there, like the language what they are speaking or they are expecting, and the way we are molded into the system, there is a gap. So, do we agree that there is a gap? So, are you people agreeing that there is a gap, or you feel that there is no gap in it? So, now there is a gap, correct? So, how to bridge the gap? So, for bridging this particular gap, what we are doing, we are taking help of one Kaizen principle. Okay. So I will share something on the Kaizen principle. The Kaizen principle is basically, I would say, devised or design or came in existence by Japanese people. So we all know that in after World War II, 1942, those Hiroshima, Nagasaki happened, and the full Japanese economy was ruined. And in the world at that time, there was a saying that if you take any product from the Japan, it will not last even for 1 hour. So that bad phase their industries were and the country were. So economically, they were actually in the very bad position. Then the kings of Japan, they thought that this will not help country to grow, and then they started all their quality processes. So they called various experts from the west, and then they gave them all the opportunities to stay into the Japan and do the needful for Japanese people. Now, during that quality enhancement process, they come across this particular principle. So now let us understand that particular principle, because it is a base of changing our mindset for OBAR model. Now on the screen, are you able to see some picture? So there is a picture, okay. What we are observing from the picture? Anybody wants to share? What are you seeing on the picture? Would anybody would like to unmute and tell me what are you observing on this particular picture? So, so what we can see that there is a ship, okay, and one girl is there. Forcefully, she is pulling this particular ship. So in this condition, neither this girl is very happy because she has to put lots of force, because ship is naturally not coming out from that particular pit. And even ship is not happy because both these horns are there with this girl and she's pulling like anything. So ship is also not happy and girl is also not happy. But what is the purpose of this activity? If we see very carefully, actually that girl is helping a ship to come out from that mud. So she wants to safeguard that particular ship, but ship is not happy, girl is also not happy. The purpose is good, but both of them are not happy. Now, if we compare this picture with our current situation, it is same. Our management, our government, our new guidelines of NEP, UGC, AICT, all of them, they are telling do research, do research, do research. Okay. They are telling for our betterment that as a faculty, if we do a very good quality of research, we will improve our teaching learning, we become a better person, we are more knowledgeable, we can contribute more for the betterment of the society. But as a faculty, on one hand, we feel it's a pressure on us. Okay. So we are not happy. And in that unhappy stage of our mind, forcefully, like it's there on us with lots of force, we are not doing quality research and we are not producing good quality research papers or patent. And because we are not doing this, our authorities at national level, at college level, they are not happy. So both the parties are not happy. In this kind of the situation, the Kaizen principles are the, I would say, a rescue. So if we want to apply the Kaizen principle, what we have to do, that in the similar situation, when you want that this particular shape should come out from the this particular pit very easily without any force, what you have to do, that dig a pit with the ramp. So whenever a ship is moving, naturally it will come onto the ramp. It will go inside this particular dip. Okay. Suppose you want to disinfect that particular ship or you want to give bath to the ship. So ship will get that naturally because it's a ramp going down and happily it will come out. So ship is not feeling suffocated, or owners are not worried much because sheeps are coming one by one and then the purpose is solved. And sheeps are also not feeling suffocated because nobody is forcing them to do any activity. So when sheeps are happy, they will give you a better quality of wool, which will be helpful for the woolen garment. So this is one way where Kaizen is ensuring that you change a process a little bit, not very big change. Okay. Change the process little bit and you will get a better outcome, which is a win-win situation. So, uh, are we all on the same plane? Have we understood the Kaizen principle? So once we are through with the Kaizen principle, now we will go ahead with the OBAR model. Okay. So ultimately what we want that faculty members, students, everybody should be involved in the quality research without force, any kind of compulsion or any kind of negative feeling we don't want into the system. We want that everybody happily contribute towards research, and as a nation we can grow. So now let us see how we can bridge this particular gap. So OBAR model is one of the framework which is like a solution for this problem. Now I'll pause here for around 30 seconds of time and try to solve this puzzle where penguin should go to fish and fish eat that particular fish. There is only one correct way. So try to solve, and those who are able to solve, just raise your thumb or give some signal that you have solved the puzzle. How many of you are able to solve? Okay, the time is over. Now here you can just see that how many of us we are able to solve it. The people, those who have started from penguin and tradition, this is a traditional way because penguin wants to eat fish, we will start from the penguin. So when you start from the penguin, you observe carefully, there are three ways possible and you have to trace these three ways to reach here to the fish. So it takes more time to reach to the fish, but the people, those who have thought slightly different, and then they said, okay, ultimate aim is what these two parties should be connected. So you start from the fish and reach to the penguin. It will be very fast because there is only one way, and which is a correct way, rest at the fish. So those who are starting from the target to the original position will do this puzzle faster than the people, those who have done from penguin to fish. Now you might be wondering that we all are very senior teachers and we are teaching for so many years to higher standards, graduates and engineers. Why this small puzzle of second standard we are solving here? The purpose is that we just want to understand that now we want to solve a problem that we are now designing the outcome based academic research model. The characteristic of this model is that it starts from the target. It's a reverse process, it's a reverse engineering. It starts from the target and slowly it goes to the input. Normally what happen, any system, there is an input, there is a system, and there is an output, which is a traditional way. OBAR works that what outcome you want, first of all decide that, and then start working backward, design your effort, design your activity, and work in that direction throughout the semester so that you can achieve your target, what you have decided at the beginning of the semester. So that's why we have solved this particular puzzle. So outcome based academic research starts at the goal or a target, whatever you want to say, or outcome, then works backward to identify the steps required to achieve the preset goals. Whatever is your set goal, it will try to achieve. It's an incremental process linking one stage to another. So like in the lighter mode, the female candidates can easily correlate. Like you want to eat one day a biryani, then you decide that today I want to make biryani. And after that, you start collecting a good quality of rice, vegetables, masala, cook, all those processes. Okay, but first of all, decide that you want to make a biryani. It's like that. So outcome based academic research model, it starts at the goal And something which is very much important is to set your goal. So now, what is OBE model? Every institute has a vision. To complete this vision, we have a mission, and the mission has some statements or some words into it. To complete this vision, in every institute there are multiple departments, and there is a educational objective, like why we are existing. Because of those educational objective, that particular department exists. To complete that educational objectives, we have program outcomes and program specific outcomes. Like, these are the characteristics defined by NBA, Washington Accord, and where we have a tie-up as a India. So we are also following the same graduate attributes. So we have PO1 to PO12. These are the characteristics of the graduate coming out from your campus. To develop this particular characteristics, we teach them multiple subjects. In the whole journey of one student, more than 50 subjects we are teaching that particular student. So COs are nothing but outcome of one particular course. To teach that particular course, normally what we have a subject, we have theory, practical, and tutorials. So this is nothing but outcome based academic education, like OBE model. If you observe this model very carefully, that whenever I am taking one theory lecture or one practical, I am helping institute to achieve the vision. It is all interconnected. When I am taking one single lecture, I am developing some characteristic of my student through PO1, PO2, PO3, like that. Okay. So this is like outcome based academic model. Now, as per the Kaizen principle, we have to do a delta modification, correct? So what I am suggesting, that whenever you are doing your regular activity, just design few enrichment activity which has a research component into it. It can be your innovative assignments, it can be some field activity, it can be survey, it can be anything, like depending on your subject and the content. Try to design one enrichment activity which will help you to achieve your research goals. Okay. So now this is our Kaizen component, and how to design that Kaizen component, because as we have observed that when we follow the Kaizen principle, both the parties are happy. Okay, so we want win-win situation. We don't want anyone to be unhappy, neither faculty nor the HOD or the management, or neither our country. So now let us see how we can do this Kaizen principle. So these are the graduate attributes or characteristic or something which we want to develop in our student through those 50 subjects. Every subject will contribute something into the student. So currently those 12 graduate attributes are like this: engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design, investigation, modern tool, engineer and society, environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, project management, and lifelong learning. So these are the 12 characteristics we want to develop into a student when he or she will pass after 4 years. And to that, we start with various subjects. So I am taking example of one subject called Green IT. What is the basic crust of this subject? That normally we feel that whenever softwares are there, whenever we do automation, whenever we do digitization, we feel that we are reducing carbon footprint. But this subject was teaching that it is not that innocent as it seems. The software also produces the carbon footprint. So whenever we do coding, we have to be very meticulous how we can do coding. So this is the main, I would say, a crust of a particular subject called Green IT. So when I'll share my personal experience now with you, because that subject has been taught by me, and during that subject enhancement process, this particular model has been evolved. So when the subject has come, we verify the modules like subject ka, whatever is the syllabus. So that particular subject had 6 modules: introduction, software development, data storage, like that. And then one module has some small sub modules into it. Total 45 hours engagement for 6 modules. Now, that particular subject is contributing for some of the student characteristics. So I have total 6 course objectives and outcome that are defined for this subject, that deliver the principle and practice of green IT, improve environmental sustainability, to deploy green IT hardware and software, like that. There are 6 outcomes which are defined for the subject. So then when we do that, this subject, every objective of the subject is developing what kind of characteristic in my student, it is called COPO mapping, correct? So when I have done COPO mapping for my subject, I got this kind of a matrix. And as a faculty, from your past experience, if you just recollect, majority of our subjects are having this kind of pattern, where PO1 to PO5 have very high attainment, PO6 to PO10 almost nil attainment, and PO11, PO12 sometimes it is attained, some subject it is not attained. This is a normal pattern when we do COPO attainment. After that, what has been done, that uh, we have started implementing OBAR model to this subject. So subject has 6 module, and then we have a COPO attainment. The module 2 was a green software. So in that module, I have to teach students that how you can make software consume less energy, so less carbon footprint is generated. And in that way, we can generate a green software instead of a regular software. So this is some theory is given into the textbook and the reference book, which was like this: okay, software does not consume power directly, but it runs on the hardware which uses the electricity. And we have to take the help of the supply chain. If the supply chain is minimal, less carbon footprint. If supply chain is long, like I have to get some hardware from Taiwan directly, it will be costly and the carbon footprint is more, something like that. That was a content of the topic. Now when I got this particular topic, similarly you will also select now one topic of your subject, whichever subject you like, and one topic you can select. Now when the assignments are to be designed for this subject, initially when I was unaware about this model, we used to give theoretical assignment, 5 questions everybody will write, and then we used to correct those questions. But after that, when this model I have designed, where the Kaizen principle is telling me that change some small thing in the regular activity and produce something which is better in the research perspective. So then Kaizen principle is telling me like this, and OBAR model is telling that now you have started with this module, finalize your target. So I have decided that when I will complete this module, I want to produce one research paper, which I will publish in some conference or might be some journal. So that was my target. Now to have a good quality research paper, what is required? I need an innovative thought process. I need lots of results, data analytics, graph, lots of graphs are there, then the paper acceptance rate is high, and literature survey. Now when I as a person or you as a person individually want to write a paper, this total burden comes on us. We only have to read 25-30 paper, we have to write literature survey, we have to do lots of experiments to generate those results and data, and then finally we compile, we improvise, we write paper, and then it takes lots of time. And sometime in our routine activity we don't get that time, because we have household responsibilities also and we have academic responsibilities also. And nowadays, all colleges teaching is not the only thing. After that, you have lots of administrative work also. This committee, that committee, this event, that event, all this work is there. So usually, if individually I sit and I write a paper, it is very difficult to compile the data within semester. But when you take the help of OBAR, what two things I have done? One thing, I have decided my target that I will publish one good research paper, and I'm going to use a Kaizen principle in designing my activities, whatever activities are there during the semester. So my assignments will be now innovative. To take that base, we have to go to a library or might be digital resources, like depending on your college. Some topic you can select for, like the way green software I have taken. Similarly, you can also take one topic, go to the library and just read few research papers, abstract of those paper. Some of the paper will appeal you. Like this paper appealed me, that can energy usage data tell us anything about the quality of the programming language? So exact match with my topic of green software. Okay. So then this paper appealed me. I was just going through, scan it, like don't waste much of the time in reading the whole paper, understanding. Initially, all the abstracts just go on and you will get one base paper for yourself. So I got this base paper and the credit goes to these authors. After that, in that paper, they said that there are so many languages of developing the software, and then they are divided into functional, imperative, object oriented, and scripting. As a faculty and as a student of IT engineering, I was not aware that there are so many languages exist into the world. I was just knowing C, C++, Python, Fortran, Go, Java. Okay. I was not knowing rest of the languages, where they are using and who is using them. So the first activity which was designed, that we have divided student into four groups, whole class into four group. In class, they were given 10 minutes or 15 minutes you can give. Everybody will take one group and they will search that how one student will get one language, no? Because 10, 6 to 8 student in one group, and they will go through the various material online available, that this language is used where, what is the advantage of the language, which company is using, what kind of a software development is there they can use this language. After 15 minutes, the class was like, they were doing this activity, and then there was a presentation of 5-7 minutes where everybody said, okay, this language is used here, this language is used here, like that. So within 15 to 20 minutes, there is lots of peripheral knowledge generated into the class. And then in the same paper, this table was there, which was showing that when you use this language, this much energy is consumed. So now students are very well aware that this language is used at what particular time, which kind of application, and how much energy it is consuming. So this is a lifelong learning for the student, that which way these languages are there when they do a coding, what language they should select, why they should select this language, and how many carbon footprint they are generating at the end of the coding. So this is a knowledge base created for the student. But what is my target? My target is to generate one paper out of it. So what we have done, this is an evaluation rubric. Like you can design your own rubric because students are working, so you have to evaluate them. So what assignment was given, that you study everything and give data, compile data. So as a faculty, I started compiling the data, and students have their own code because students are engineering students, so they are also doing coding. So when they are doing coding, we are asking them, okay, you are doing in Java, how much energy? You are doing same code in C, how much energy? You are doing same code in PHP, how much energy? So in that way, lots of statistical data has been collected and every student is working on only one of the language, and very small code you can take, 10-line code, 15-line code also is okay. So in that way, lots of statistical data is collected, which is required for paper writing. So for me, literature survey is ready. The results are ready as a part of students' assignment. So as a faculty, like smartly that Kaizen principle I have used, I have modified my activity and I got lots of input for my paper writing. After that, when students peripheral knowledge has increased, and we have given this activity and do COPO mapping, what has happened during that? Communication skills of the students also have improved, because they are speaking in a class, they are discussing, they are debating. So professionalism has improved, because ultimately at the end they all are coders. They are helping, like their ethics, they don't have to copy paste anything, so ethics also have improved. So you can see that COPO mapping has improved than the first one, the traditional method. You can see that students have come out with very good poster also. This is another concept, like one we have taken for green software. There I have produced a paper. This is a second topic on which students participated in the project presentation competition and they won the prize, because the data here, what data they have given, it is not available in any book. They work, they debated, they came out with the innovative idea ki if we do hybrid functioning of this, then we can save the power. So all those content has been produced here and then they won the prize. You can see that when this kind of activity is done into the class, you are getting your paper or patent, or you can even write the book, whatever is there, because you have lots of content uh, which is given by students joining hand in the question paper. Like whenever you set the question paper, you can ask question on the higher level now, because their brain is open up, they are ready to think beyond that remember and understand level. So when you start giving the questions will be on the higher level. So we have done that analysis after before applying OBAR model. We were asking questions only on remember and understand, and after that different kind of levels have been achieved. We went up to evaluate level. So PO attainment level, post and pre, you can, I have shown you even the matrix, that lots of other POs are also getting attainment. Because normally this is a challenge that other POs are not attained by our theoretical subject. So when NBA committee will come, they say PO attainment is not proper, this PO is not attained, you have not taken any efforts for this. We can very well defend the things because we have done this activity. This is one more subject called the linked list and the data structure. This is a basic subject for IT computer engineering for placement. Many companies, they ask questions in this subject. So before applying OBAR model, we ask students, we have taken a survey in the class that do you know what is linked list? Are you confident about the subject? So they were not very confident in their learning. Like they know the concept, but that confidence level was very low. After that, we have applied this particular technique or OBAR model. Lots of activities were given to them, and then at the end, like after applying OBAR model, you can just see that out of 120 students, 119 students, 117 students were very much confident about giving answers for the questions which are required for the placement activity. You can see that after teaching this particular linked list in the OBAR way, the student satisfaction level, their marks scored, everything, like their scores have improved in the student community. So improvement in the rating you can see from before OBAR and after OBAR. So students' confidence level has increased, their understanding has increased, which help that batch to get the better quality placement. Then this is an example of another subject where the teacher was giving a normal assignment, written assignment. So to implement this OBR model on the Kaizen principle, she decided that she want very good case studies. Like she wanted to publish their case studies. And for that, from the nearby community, like she has taken a survey in nearby community, and those statement, actual problem statement of our nearby community, it was underprivileged area. Madam has taken those two problems given to the computer engineering student. Using the technology taught to them in a class, they try to solve and give innovative solution. So they got a very good case studies published into the journal. This is the PO attainment. Additional PO started getting attained. This is example of one more subject called machine learning. Here also we got the success. Additional PO started getting attained. You can see that uh, question paper, whenever we set question paper, we have to set for the Bloom's taxonomy level. So initially when we have not applied this model, our majority questions are on level 1, level 2, level 3. But when we started applying this model, the students in, I would say, the knowledge base or the curiosity, or I would say the skill set has improved so much that we were able to, we know that when we ask remember and understand question, it will be a, I would say, a easy walk for them. So we started asking question on the higher level. So when somebody will ask that you are teaching this subject for last 3 years, what improvement you have done, you can just show your question paper. That this is the questions our students are answering and scoring also in that subject. That means that quality of the teaching has been improved. So in this way, we can justify our role as a faculty in the system. You can see that PO attainment has increased from 2.58 to 2.65, 2.75, 2.8 also for the same subject. Machine learning subject, when we, after 2-3 years of practice of OBR model, when this machine learning subject was there, at that time, we have decided that we want a good quality paper, because by that time, that Scopus indexing awareness has come, that paper should be Scopus indexed or UGC care, then and then it is counted as a good quality paper. So we targeted 2 Scopus index paper and 1 patent, which was fulfilled by taking this OBR activity module wise. Every module we have designed the new activity, and according to that, this was taken care. Same success for another subject called software engineering and project management. Here, even we got an opportunity to train Indian naval officers on the project management, because that material and the activities are designed and it was so rich in the content that when we sent the content, that content got approved by the Navy, and they gave us a chance to train the naval officers as well. So these are the success stories of engineering subject OBAR. Suppose you are taking some subject which is management type. Okay, the nature of the subject is management type. So then this is one subject of consumer behavior. These are the 5 modules of the subject. What was a target? OBR is start with the target. Okay, so what was a target? Publish one paper and get a consultancy from the small and micro scale stores near the college. So near college there are some small stores and traditional stores, like, and how to improve their profitability, how to increase, because nowadays because of online shopping they are facing that problem that customer footprint has reduced. So how to pull customers to their store, what all strategies they can design. So that consultancy we wanted to take, and and from that research we can write one good quality paper. So how the activity has been designed, because Kaizen principle is telling to design different activity, OBR is telling to finalize the target. So now we have divided students into the group, and our philosophy department, like psychology department in your college or nearby college, you can have a collaboration. So in collaboration, you can write a paper. It has a very high acceptance rate. This is a cross-disciplinary management and psychology department. So we take help of the psychology department faculty member to design the survey questions for this particular uh, consumer footprint. And then those questionnaires were given to the students using lots of technology, monkey survey and those Google forms and all. Students have taken lots of survey and collected the data as a part of their assignment. And then we can design that lots of, I would say, insight to solve that problem. And few shops got advantage of those strategies. These are some of the appreciation we received from the industry. So basically, outcome-based academic research framework. What is the outcome of this seminar or webinar or this model? So first outcome is lots of knowledge is generated. Whenever we start teaching in this way, lots of knowledge is generated. You can park that knowledge in your Google Drive, and whenever you get time, you can compile the knowledge, and definitely you will get something. Either your paper will be out, your patent will be out, or you will get innovative idea for your patent. So we are able to generate lot of knowledge, skill and attitude of student, and even our own attitude will be developed as a researcher, as a curious person, that okay, how this will happen, how this can be designed. Okay. So in that way, our attitude for learning is developed. Good quality papers when you will do, definitely you will get a better NIRF ranking, better NEC, better NBA. So whatever is your management expectations, in indirect way, it is getting fulfilled. Okay. And then lots of grant, consultancy, whenever you are getting that reward also comes to you as a faculty, you also get that monetary benefit. So these are the outcomes of applying outcome-based academic research model. So initially we felt that there is a gap between our traditional way of functioning and requirement at the national level. But now at the end, what we feel that by implementing this model, Kaizen principle and OBR model, we are able to bridge this gap. And when the bridge is there, we have a smooth sail between two ends. So this is like outcome-based academic research framework design and shared with you. Now I'll do a stop share. If you have any questions or anything, you can unmute or you can write down into the chat box. So if there are any questions, we can take, or
If you have any questions to ma'am, just put it in the chat and we'll take.
I hope you are able to correlate your own subject with the OBAR model. If you have any typical question for your subject, you can ask. We will try to discuss and finalize your problem statement. Students have only two things. That is what I learned as a motivational factor. One is attendance and second is marks. So whenever student goes into the field activity, give them attendance. And secondly, whenever they are doing this kind of your innovative activity as a part of assignment, give them marks, or somewhere like that kind of certification you can give them. These are marks and attendance. These are the only two motivation I have seen till now into the student. So design the activity where you can fulfill this two requirement for them. So I don't think so. There are few more questions here. So if there are no more questions from your side or query from your side, thank you very much for patient listening, and try to implement the model as I said initially with the example of Arjuna. Because Arjuna practiced, he succeeded in the actual real life competition. So I request all of you, this is a very good model and it is tested on many of the institutions with many faculty members, and everyone got kind of help through this particular model. So I request all of you to implement at least for one module of your subject. And in case of any difficulty during implementation, you can contact us for a particular subject or a topic. We will help you to design the activity. Thank you so much for all of you. And should I close the session, sir?
Yeah, we have another session after this. All right, okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal Shah, for the wonderful session. We will move on to the next FDP technical session. That is going to be OBE for accreditation and road ahead, AI-assisted assessments. This is going to be taken by Dr. Mendes Jacob, who is the professor and director at MCA Marine College, Kottayam Autonomous. Over to you, sir.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, Kamal Shah, madam, for the wonderful section. I hope you have got some insights on OBA model. This is again another one of the best practices we can implement when we implement OB the process. Also, we had some other sections, like Dr. Suresh Nambudri has also given some ideas, some insights. And the coming sessions, again, we will discuss about the generative AI, how generative AI can be used in research, in teaching learning activities. So today we will discuss the benefits of OB implementation when we go for accreditation, how it can be highlighted when we go for a NAC accreditation or a NBA accreditation, and what is the implementation process, what is the road ahead. Okay, so we'll discuss some of these aspects today, and we'll also discuss about some AI assisted assessments and some best practices. Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay, so OB for a better accreditation grades. Before that, just we will go through the OB implementation process where we have to start. At least some of the institutions, they are going to start OB implementation. Some of them are in the midway, but some of them are experienced. So we will discuss some of the aspects so that it will be beneficial for the beginners as well as for those who have already started implementing it. First of all, the initial training for the basic concept, that's very important. Bloom's taxonomy, OB architecture, because every faculty, every stakeholder should be thorough with the concepts of outcome-based education. Then preparation of OB manual, okay, that you can download from the LMS. There is a draft of the OB manual available. So that is only a model, and you can customize it according to your institution policy. So you can mention all the policies in the OB manual. Even, for example, we had a section on Bloom's taxonomy, and there was a task that is analyzing your question paper. So if every faculty is analyzing the question paper, then that also can be a document. So after analyzing the question paper, what about the low order questions and what about the higher order questions? And for each department, you can sit together and you can plan for the future. Now, this is your current situation. And if you want to improve on it, that means you need more higher order questions. You can say next year we will increase 10% higher order questions. Likewise, it is a continuous quality improvement process that also you can mention in the OB manual. That will be beneficial for the accreditation purpose. Then formulation of outcomes, everybody knows. Curriculum development and outcome mapping. Identifying innovative teaching, learning, and assessment methods. This is the most important part of OB implementation process, because we have to change our traditional model. There should be a paradigm shift. We'll focus more on the learning activities. Then coming up with the innovative teaching, learning, and assessment methods. Again, we can use Generative AI at this point of time. Definitely, Dr. Suresh Namburi has shared some of his ideas, and the coming sessions also, you'll get more ideas. Then preparation of outcome-oriented course plans and assessment plans. That is also important. Last day, we have discussed about the CEO-linked assessment plans. OB-focused question paper generation using ICT tools or AI platforms. You can use some ICT tools or AI platforms for a generation of the question paper if you are an autonomous institution or a university. Then attainment calculation, again, using ICT tools. Generating and understanding reports on OB. As I mentioned yesterday, you'll get a lot of reports, analytical reports, if you properly implement outcome-based education. That is, again, that will help you, in planning your curriculum delivery and assessment. Analyzing feedback and improvising the process. That's also a part of outcome-based education. Now, already if you have implemented this, many institutions, we are supporting them for identifying the best practices and research on innovative teaching, learning activities. Publications, we can have books on and journals publications. See, in our college, Marian College, we have published 2 books, and almost all the faculty members are authors in that book. We have published the best practices we are following in our institution regarding outcome-based education. So leading the way in outcome-based education, organizing FDPs, that is another area, so that even your faculty can also become the resource persons. Like Carmel College is one of our one of our clients. We are supporting them for this implementation process. So they are conducting FDPs like this, so that even I hope maybe next time they will, some of the faculty members will be resource persons. And the Dr. Kamal Shah she's also the principal of St. John's Institution, where we are supporting them for OB implementation. So from their institution, she has come as a resource person today. And you can act as mentors. See, for example, you can act as mentors for the nearby institutions. In that way, you'll be helping the academic community. At the same time, you are also becoming experienced. And you can also identify some best practices so that you can implement it in your own institutions. Then coming to the LMS, the Learning Management System, actually in the new NAC manual, they specifically asked for Learning Management System, especially Moodle. So Moodle is an open source platform, and every institution can implement it. So a 4-button model for digital pedagogy means you should have video content, e-content, then that means documents or web links, etc. Then assessments or evaluation, discussion forums. So if these 4 features are there, this is a 4-button model that is mentioned by the accreditation agencies. So in our LMS also, we have all these activities like all these features, like a video content is there, e-content, like documents are there, web links are there. Then there is assessments and evaluation and forums for discussion and doubt clearance. All these are there. So explore Moodle or some other tools. Again, you can load with suitable contents. Education tools like Google tools, Mentimeter or Padlet. These are all free tools which you can use properly for activities and assessments. I will show one or two of these the features of Padlet which I'm using for my teaching, learning, and assessment activities. Automation, that means avoid repetitive tasks. At least you can decide, at least one unit or one module, you can have an e-learning platform so that even you can utilize the students. Some of the students, they are talented, so they can create videos for you. I'm doing it. I will show you that some of the videos created by my students. One more unit, you can have an e-learning. You can provide e-learning and videos, content, everything you can upload on the Moodle. That also you can mention for the accreditation purpose. Then discussion forums, research forum, doubt clearance, etc. there. Assessments, quizzes, workshop, and that is another feature of LMS, Moodle LMS. And this is incorporated in our LMS for this FDP. There is a workshop activity. That means you have to upload the course outcomes. Then it will go for peer evaluation. Means one participant will get at least, I think, 4 or 5 assignments submitted by other participants for peer evaluation. This is again a learning activity. So if you think in the way of outcome-based education, this is actually a learning activity. So you can implement this for students also. Then there is another activity, another feature, that is a lesson activity, again in Moodle. That also is incorporated in our LMS. You have that Bloom's taxonomy videos. So you have to go to the first video. Then there is a assessment. And based on the assessment, you can go out, or again, you have to come back. See, for example, if you are not scoring the required percentage of score, then you have to come back again. You have to go through the videos once again. Then only you can go out. So that means this is, we can say, a kind of assurance of learning. So these type of features, you can incorporate in your LMS and when providing to the students. Again, all these support outcome-based education. Then database creation, then wiki, all these are other features in LMS. Database creation means that also some kind of research model, so that the students will be creating a database on a particular topic. Again, a learning activity. Wiki, just like Wikipedia. So that is again a small kind of research activity, so that the students will learn more. Then OB, the Q factor in academics. So implementation of innovative teaching, learning, and evaluation methods. Improves quality of teaching, improves quality of learning, improves placements. Then proper implementation of the processes. That is very important. As I mentioned earlier, we can have an OB manual. We can mention all the policies, the processes, everything in that manual. Then improves accreditation ratings, helps to meet the challenges of new education policy. Okay. Now, if you look at the NAC criteria, this is the old criteria. Anyway, we will discuss the old one, because the new one is not yet finalized. In criteria 1, curriculum development and implementation. So that is the criteria 1. You can start with the OB manual there. Then effective curriculum planning, delivery, and evaluation through a well-defined process. Again, that in the OB manual, you can mention all the policies, so that this is your process. Interdisciplinary, interdepartmental courses. Again, for meeting certain outcomes. Certificate add-on or value-added courses. Why you are starting a certificate course? Why you have an add-on course? The need analysis comes from the attainment of outcomes. So if a particular PO is not properly addressed, as Dr. Kamal Shah was mentioning about the OBA model, why it is implemented? Because some of the POs are not properly addressed. So in that case, you can come up with some add-on course or value-added courses again. And you can mention the need analysis, because when we start an add-on course, definitely in the accreditation process, they will ask why you have started it, how you conducted the need analysis. Okay. Then students enroll in certificate add-on value-added courses. These are indirect benefits of OB. Students undertaking project work, field work. All these are experiential learning, we can say, clinical industry internship. So all these type of learning activities that is crucial for outcome-based education. So when we implement OB, definitely we will be looking at activities like this. So we'll have more activities. Then cross-cutting issues relevant to professional ethics, gender, human values, environment, and sustainability. These are actually the attributes comes in the PO. So you may have POs related to ethics, human values, then environment and sustainability. In that case also, you may have different activities or some events that also I have mentioned yesterday, activity outcomes that can directly, we can map with the POs. I will show you some examples at the end of this section. Then in the criteria 2, assessment of the learning levels of the students and organize special programs for advanced learners and slow learners. That also we have discussed yesterday. We can identify the slow learners and advanced learners or outliers. Again, from the analytics of the data for outcome-based education. Then student-centric methods to enhance learning experience, such as experiential learning, integrated interdisciplinary learning. All these types of student-centric method we think of when we implement OB. Because when we implement OB, everything should be student-centric. Okay. Student performance and learning outcomes, this is actually the attainment calculation. Then criteria 3, workshops, seminars conducted. Why we have conducted workshops? Again, to meet some of the POs. Number of collaborative activities for research, faculty exchange, student exchange, internship per year. That also is another indicator that again you can connect with the OB, because we are conducting all these activities in order to meet certain outcomes. So everything you can connect with OB. And functional MOUs with institutions, other universities, industries. Again, what is the need of that MOU? Again, that need comes from the from OB for attaining certain outcomes. Consultancy and extension. Everything we can connect with outcomes. Criteria 4 and 5, classrooms and seminar halls with ICT enabled facilities such as smart class, LMS. Again, I have mentioned already LMS. But the new manual, there is more importance for LMS. Okay. Then you can use AI tools, Generative AI you can use. Capability enhancement and development schemes such as all these, again, connected with the outcomes or even with the exit outcomes, because student placements comes there. Life skills, ICT, analytical skill development. Then 21st century skills like creative and critical thinking, problem solving. There is a special mention about these 21st century skills in the new education policy. So that also you can connect with the OB, because critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, these are some of the attributes that may be there in your PO, program outcomes. Okay. Then students benefited by training and guidance for competitive exams and career governance. That is the outcome of that training. Placement, self-employment of outgoing students. Again, that is the outcome. Okay. In criteria 6, actually, there is the implementation of e-governance in areas of operation such as academic planning that we can connect with OB manual. Okay. Academic planning and development. Then student admission and support, examination. Teachers undergoing faculty development programs, including online programs. Definitely, when we implement OB, a lot of training is required. Continuous training is required. And every time, we have to analyze the assessments of teaching learning activities. In our Marine College, we have a separate department for that. We have a department for education research. And the director is Dr. Sunil Joe. Already, the first 2 days he has taken the section. And we have the assessments of assessments. Means after every semester, it's the completion of every semester, this department will be assessing the assessments. So the assignment seminars, the question papers also they will assess. They will identify the best practices, and they will showcase the best practices in that case, so that every faculty will be well versed with these concepts, and they will improve every semester. Then if you come to the NB accreditation, okay, for a Tier 1 NB accreditation, if you are an autonomous college or a university, you can go for Tier 1 NB accreditation. Uh, for Tier 1 institutions of national importance or autonomous institutions deemed to be universities, etc. UG engineering programs with the Tier 1 NBA accreditation fall under the ambit of Washington Accord. And Tier 2 programs are offered by the affiliated colleges. They are not designing the curriculum. That is the difference. So what is Washington Accord? An international and multilateral agreement among bodies responsible for accrediting undergraduate engineering degree programs. So what are the benefits? It recognizes the substantial equivalency of programs accredited by its signatory bodies. Graduates of accredited programs are mutually recognized for engineering practice in the area of their jurisdiction. The NBA became a permanent signatory of Washington Accord on 13 June 2014. Everybody knows it. So only programs or Tier 1 institutions accredited by NBA are eligible for mutual recognition under the Washington Accord. Now, if you're going for the Tier 1 NBA accreditation, this is the new criteria because existence from the August 2024. So you can see the criteria. There are 9 criteria. And starting with number 1, outcome-based curriculum. That is the name of the criteria itself. Number 2, outcome-based teaching learning. Number 3, outcome-based assessment. Then 4, students' performance, faculty information, faculty contributions, facilities and technical support, continuous improvement. There's an institutional level criteria. Student support and governance. Now, you can see out of 1,000 marks, implementation of OB can directly influence 425 marks. That much importance is there for OB implementation, the new NBA manual for Tier 1 institutions. So criteria 1 is full. Criteria 2 again 120 mark, full mark. Criteria 3 outcome-based assessment 120. Then criteria 8 we can have a continuous improvement 65 points there. So OB as a foundation of Tier 1 accreditation, program education objectives, program outcomes, and course outcomes, graduate attributes as per Washington Accord, and their mapping to NBA POs. Already NBA has listed the program outcomes. So if you look at each of the criteria one by one, the criteria 1, you can see 1.1, vision, mission, and program education objectives. So state the vision and mission of the institute of the department, state POs, process of defining vision, mission, and PO, whether every stakeholder is included in that process. Dissemination of vision, mission, and POs, how it is transferred to the student or the stakeholders, mapping of POs with mission. Then curriculum structure and features. State the process of developing, revising the program curriculum structure, components of curriculum, strategies for education reforms. All these are there. PO, PSO, and their mapping with courses. Already we have discussed these things yesterday also. Mapping between courses and POs, PSOs. Then course outcomes and course articulation matrix. Course outcome, course articulation matrix. Similarly, program articulation matrix. Okay. So we have gone through all this mapping process yesterday. Then criteria 2, outcome-based teaching learning. Again, total weightage is 120. Describe process followed to ensure quality of teaching and learning. So that is also important. To identify some innovative teaching activities, learning activities. Quality of student capstone project, internship, industrial training, seminar and mini projects, case studies and real-life examples. SOYM, NPTEL, MOOC, self-learning. Solving complex engineering problems, incorporating sustainability goals. Steps taken for enhancing industry-institute partnerships. Okay. Criteria 3, outcome-based assessment. Again, evaluation of continuous assessment, assignments, unit test, midterm, etc. Evaluation of semester and examinations, question paper. In the question paper itself, we can showcase both the Bloom's taxonomy learners and CEOs, that is good. Evaluation of laboratory work and workshop. Evaluation of industrial training and the evaluation of projects. Evidence of addressing sustainable development goals, SDG goals of UN, 17 goals are there. Everybody knows. Attainment of course outcomes. So how you have that process, that also you have to explain. Attainment of program outcomes and program specific outcomes. So you have to calculate the attainment, and the process also you should be explaining to the peer team. And criteria 8, total weightage 80, OB related 65, action taken based on the results of evaluation of the COs, POs, and VSOs. 40 points are there. That means yesterday we have seen the analytics part. Okay, so from those analytics, what are the decisions we have taken? What is the action taken report? Academic audit and action taken thereof during the period of assessment. Improvement of faculty qualification contribution, not directly related to OB, this one. Improvement in academic improvement in academic performance. That is 10 point. No, OB-driven continuous quality improvement. Okay, that is actually a best practice when we implement OB. Setting up a robust outcome measurement process. Track CO, PO, PU attainment using direct and indirect assessment methods. Data-driven decision making, like continuous data collection and feedback loop. Analytics in refining teaching learning process and outcomes. Prepare data for accreditations. You can also conduct some small researches, whether a particular teaching learning process is beneficial or not. You can also take the feedback of the students. Use of technology in OB implementation, that already I have mentioned. The LMS is very important. MOOC digital learning platforms. AI-driven analytics. Digital assessment tools. Focus on tracking student learning. Okay. So these are the areas we have to focus for the continuous quality improvement. From the analytics, we can take some decisions, and based on that, we can continuously improve the quality of the program. Then why you should go for OB? Better reputation and prestige, even like for the accreditation purpose. Enhanced global recognition and collaboration opportunities. International mobility of graduates. If you go for in the Tier 1 NBA accreditation. Enhanced employability and higher education opportunities for students. Improved placement rates. Benchmarking and continuous improvement. Funding opportunities. All these are there. So why OB-driven accreditation matter? Enhancing student employability and institutional reputation. Preparing for global education and the professional recognition under the Washington Accord when we go for NBA. Okay, now I will show you some examples as I mentioned earlier, like what Dr. Kamal Shah was mentioning, that is about outcome-based academic research in order to meet certain program outcomes. So we have an activity called it's called the AI-powered Creative Studio. This is an activity we used to give to students. The beginning of the MCA program means the first semester, the first month itself. After joining the college, we have 60 students in the batch. So this is actually a 56-hour long power-packed creativity enhancement workshop. And there will be 10 teams. That means 6 students will be there in one team, and there will be 6 tasks. There will be 2 videos, posters, and 6 tasks means there will be 6 tasks for each group. So a group consists of 6 students, and each student will be a leader for each task. That means every 60 students will be leaders. They will be coordinating at least one task. Okay, so they'll be creating videos on social issues, sustainability, then ethics, posters also, and many other tasks, many other creative tasks we used to provide them. And only 56 hours they will get. That means they cannot sleep because they have to do 6 tasks. Each team has to do 6 tasks. So that means it's a tight program. But in that way, they'll be developing the problem solving skills, creative and critical thinking, time management skills, leadership capabilities, teamwork, crisis management, self-learning skills, general management, ethical and social issues, analytical and logical skills, technical skills, communication skills. So all our program outcomes are addressed by this single activity. So these are our program outcomes. We have 9 program outcomes. You can see from domain knowledge onwards. Proficiency in using modern technologies, because this year we have coined it as AI integrated creative studio. That means they have to study some AI tools and they have to apply it. All this self-study. We are not giving any lectures for this particular program. reflective response to ethical and social issues, sustainability values, critical thinking and problem solving, entrepreneurship and leadership, teamwork, self-directed and lifelong learning. So all these POs are covered through this one single program. Okay, and these are some photographs of this year's activity. Okay, if you have any doubts, again, you can contact me through my mobile number, or you can connect with me through LinkedIn. My mail ID is also given. Okay. Now, when we implement OB, a lot of changes should happen, both in the system and as a faculty, personally also we have change ourselves. Maybe a lot of relearning and unlearning will be there. This is a quote by Elon Musk, because all of us are teachers. He has a comment on teachers. It's easier to land a man on Mars than to change the school system. Okay. Now, I will just show you some other tool, which is a Padlet, which I'm using for my assessments. So I hope you can read this Padlet. This is one of the tasks I used to give to the students. I'm teaching graph theory to MCA students. Okay. For MCA students, actually, they used to think that this is not meant for them, because they are supposed to study the programming languages or networking or AI. Many things are there. So usually the computer science students, they will think that mathematics is not suitable for them. So this is one of my first tasks. I used to give the first month of the semester itself. So you can read this task. This is a Padlet, and Padlet is a free online tool. You can go to padlet.com, and using your Gmail or some other, you can, using your Gmail, you can sign up to the online platform, and it is free for limited use. For me, it is a paid version because I'm using it extensively. You can see this assignment. As part of your assessment, please identify and explain an application of graph theory in computer science. You may include case studies to support your explanation. Please note that duplication of topics is not allowed, and any repeated submissions will be rejected. Early submissions will have the advantage of avoiding topic duplication. So aim to submit it as soon as possible. So this is the task I have given to my students. And I have completed my section in the forenoon. Usually when we give assignment, the students will be submitting in the last day and the last hour, maybe. And again, all of them are copied. Nowadays, they are using ChatGPT. So I told them you can use ChatGPT or whatever it, and upload it in the Padlet itself. So when they the first student uploaded it, it will appear here, and it is visible to all students. It's the first person. And the second person has to go through this assignment, the post which is submitted. Then only he can submit his assignment. Otherwise, there will be a copy or duplication. So that means the last fellow, he has to go through all the assignments submitted. He has to go through all his content. Then only he can submit his assignment. So all the 60 students have submitted it. They started submitting by 2:30 in the afternoon. I completed my section at 1:30. After lunch, they started submitting it. And the same day, by 10 o'clock in the night, all of the students have submitted it. Okay. The reason is no duplication is allowed. Now, again, after submission, they might have copied it from, or they might have used it at GPT, and they got this idea. After submitting, again, I asked them to create videos. So they have to create videos on the submitted content, so that they have to learn, they have to refer many things, because some of them submitted more advanced topics. Okay, so they have started preparing videos and I can show you some the videos. So that again, this is a learning activity. You can see all this. There is a, and I have uploaded it in the official YouTube channel of Marine College. You can see this is a playlist. So they now they started creating videos one by one. I'm uploading it one by one. Theory in social work. Many videos are available now. So this is another example where we can implement OB this concept in a better way.
Did you know that learning Microsoft Power BI?
This is another. These are some of the videos. So these are some examples of some of the videos created by the students. Again, it is a learning activity. That is why I use this particular platform. Okay. Now I will show you another platform. That is an AI platform. For the paid participants, you will get a complimentary access to this AI platform, which we have developed 6 months before, and is now being used by around 12,000 faculty members all over India. Many universities, including Guwahati University, any other university, they are using it. They have already used it for generating course outcomes. And some of the faculty members who are question paper setters, they are using it. So I will show you how we can generate a question paper once the syllabus, once if you upload the syllabus. There are some question paper patterns available in the application. These are some of the question paper templates. Some of the templates are available, or you can create your own template. Suppose I'm choosing template 1. You can see the preview. There are multiple choice questions, then short essay questions, long essay questions, A, B, C, part 1, part 2, part 3. There are 3 sections, the question paper. Suppose I want to generate a question paper out of this. I can just give the name of the question paper, college, institution name, program name, course code, name of the subject or course. Then go to next. Here I can add the taxonomy levels. Understanding, applying is already there. I am adding remembering also. Difficulty level, I will add a challenging. Then here you can upload the syllabus if it is in a PDF format. You can upload the syllabus. Otherwise, you can copy and paste it if it is in a Word format. So I have the syllabus here in the PDF format. So I'm uploading that PDF format. Once I upload the syllabus, just click generate. So I've given the header, footer, and everything. Then I have uploaded the syllabus. I have mentioned the taxonomy levels and the difficulty level of the question paper I require. Then upload the syllabus, click generate. So, now the question paper is generated. You can see the header is there. Then multiple choice questions with options. Answer key is also available. The knowledge level, K1 or K2. These are the learning, the Bloom's taxonomy levels of each question. And there is an editor available because you cannot expect 100% accuracy for a generative AI. So you can use this editor. And again, if you want to modify something, like suppose if this is not K3, if it is K2, you can edit it. And if you want to rephrase a question, suppose this is explain the role of Poisson and expression distribution in model queuing systems. If you want to rephrase it, just click this regenerate. That question is changed now. Discuss the limitations of using Poisson and exponential distribution. So that question is changed. So in that way, we can rephrase the questions. And if you want a detailed answer key, that also is possible. Click this regenerate button. You'll get a detailed answer for that particular question. Okay. And if you want to change some of the questions, you can delete it and you can ask for more questions again. So all these possibilities are there. Sorry. And you can see the preview. Preview of the question paper like this. So get the preview without the answer. You can take the printout and if you're a question paper setter of some university or college, you can use it for setting the question paper. This will again help you to reduce your workload. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you can expect only 80% accuracy, so that your expertise should be there to apply your expertise. And again, you can generate course outcomes. The same way, you can give the name of the course code, program name, its number of CUs based on overall syllabus. Last day I mentioned how we can design a CU vertically or horizontally. If you want it horizontally, use this one. Again, upload the syllabus. Just upload the syllabus. Generate. We'll get 3 options for each course outcome. If you want 5 course outcomes, you will get 15. That means 3 options for each course outcome. You can see trap to 1, CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4, CO5. Similarly, trap 2 and trap 3. So you can select from, say, suppose you are selecting CO1 from trap 3 and CO2 also. You can select a CO3 from trap 2, CO4 and CO5 from trap 1. You can compare the CUs and you can take the best one. Then you can save it so that it will be uploaded in the system. Then you can have assessment activities. You can generate an assessment activity the same way. So this is the CO we have generated now. All the 5 COs are there. Difficulty level you can choose medium or a challenging or a easy. Because I'm choosing challenging. The system will generate assessment activities, which is mapped with each course outcome. We'll get 2 or 3 assessment activities for each course outcome. And from those assessment activities, you can select it. You can select the best ones. You may get some unique assessments activities. Graph representation research project is an example. If you want the details, you can regenerate that particular activity so that you will get objective of the assessment, the timeline, resource if needed, step-by-step execution guide, example question for assessment. So you get complete idea. And this is mapped with a particular course outcome. You'll get some innovative assessment activities. So all these are useful for OB implementation. Again, we are also working on the automatic grading of the assignments submitted by the students, so that again reduce the workload of the faculty. Because when we implement outcome-based education, naturally the workload of the faculty will be increasing. In that case, if you use some tools like this, you can reduce the workload, and at the same time you can improve the quality. Okay, so that is about this AI assisted assessments. So we have discussed the OB for accreditation, how it OB is beneficial for accreditation purpose. Actually, this is a big topic. Just I have gone through the criteria only. So the IQAC team should sit together and you have to identify the areas. We can properly implement a process there. Then there are some tools like the Padlet we have discussed, how it is useful for assessments. Again, that the Creative Studio I mentioned, that is one of the activities we do every year. That again, that is an activity which will be mapped with the every POs. And finally, this is the AI assisted assessment platform. This is as a pilot project, we have developed this one. And in future, we will be integrating this with one of our softwares, a question bank software, so that once the faculty members upload syllabus, they will get the questions so that they can select the best questions out of it. And again, regarding the doubts, I think nobody has posted any doubts. No queries there, but some feedback you have given. Thank you for the good feedback. You can also post some doubts so that we can answer them in future. Okay. So that's about this section. I think there are some few questions, I think. Okay, thank you. Question paper form. Yeah, this is actually, you will get it as a complimentary, a complimentary access to this particular platform. For all the paid participants, you will get maybe today or tomorrow. By tomorrow, you will get it. So you can try it. And the pricing is also very less. It's only 150 rupees, 150 rupees only, so that you can generate some question papers if required. As I mentioned earlier, as a pilot project, we are just launched it. Maybe in future we will be implementing more features into it. Okay. Okay. I think there are no questions, so I hope we can wind up. Okay, then thank you all. And, good night. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mendoza, for this wonderful session. Please note, everybody, our next session will be on Thursday. We do not have a session tomorrow. Our Thursday, the session will be on Generative AI in Research by Dr. Suresh Nambudiri. Okay, please keep that in mind. And now we will move on to the vote of thanks. Vote of thanks is going to be given by Ms. Priti Robert, IQAC member and faculty, Department of History. Over to you, ma'am.
Respected dignitaries, esteemed resource persons, dear faculty members, and all attendees. It is my privilege to extend the vote of thanks to the enriching faculty development program organized by Carmel College Autonomous Mala in association with the Collegiate Education Department, Government of Kerala. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Kamal Shah, Principal, St. John Engineering and Management College, Palhar, Maharashtra, for her insightful session on outcome-based academic research. Her expertise and deep understanding have provided us with valuable perspective on how to align academic research with outcome-based methodologies. Thank you, ma'am. A special thanks to Dr. Mendes Jacob for his engaging session on outcome-based education for better accreditation grades. His detailed analysis and insights have undoubtedly helped us better understand the OBE and its application in accreditation grades. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere gratitude to our beloved principal, Dr. Sister Rini Raphael, for her unwavering support and guidance in making this FDP a success. Thank you, sister. A heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Mary Philip, IQAC coordinator, for her meticulous planning and coordination, ensuring the smooth execution of this program. I would also thank all the faculty members and attendees who actively participated in this program. Finally, my sincere gratitude to everyone who contributed directly or indirectly to the success of this FDP. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brighty Robert, for the vote of thanks. We will close for today. And remember that our next session will be on Thursday. Tomorrow, we will not be having a session. And on Thursday, we will have the session on generative AI and research by Dr. Suresh Nambooதிரி. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to attend the session. We will see you all on Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.